kind of cloth diapers we use are Prefolds and covers. I wanted to show you our main cloth diapering stash, and you probably have seen the last couple of videos I've done on the cloth diapers we did for newborn and 1 to 3 month size. And now that our daughter Sophie is just about 3 months, she just outgrew the smaller covers that we were using, the small little inserts, and we are moving her into the main cloth diapering system that we have now. I'm so excited. So first and foremost, the main kind of cloth diapers we use are Prefolds and covers. That is what I decided after I did a boatload of research before I had my first. Since our number one reason for cloth diapering is to be economical, I found this to be the most economical way to do it while still being somewhat convenient. Now, the most economical way to cloth diaper is to use flats, which is just a huge big piece of fabric that you fold. It's like old-fashioned how they used to do cloth diapers. The price difference between Prefolds and flats was small enough that I was like, I feel like it's easier to use Prefolds, so I decided to go with Prefolds. I did all of my research talking to friends, reading blogs and watching vlogs, and the main website that really helped me when I was researching was greenmountaindiapers.com. Those of you who cloth diaper are probably very familiar with Green Mountain Diapers. The lady who runs that site has a description of like every single kind of cloth diaper and cover and cloth diaper paraphernalia imaginable, and so I learned a lot just by reading through that site, and helped me decide that this is the system that we wanted to do. So let me first explain the brands and everything that we chose and why, and just a little bit how we do it. And then I'll just show you an up-close picture. I'll lay them all out and show you just all the cute little designs that we have on the covers and everything. First of all, the Prefolds. I chose the cloth-eez Prefolds, and they are the brand of Prefold that you can get off of the Green Mountain Diapers website. And I read great reviews about these. They are 100% cotton. That was another reason I chose Prefolds, is they are bomb-proof, people. With a lot of cloth diapers, like all-in-ones and like microfiber inserts, that kind of thing, you can't bleach them. You have to use a special cloth diaper laundry detergent. But with Prefolds, you don't have to do any of that. It's just 100% cotton, so you can do anything you want to these guys, and they are going to last, and they are not going to break down. That was another reason I really liked these. So I do, strip them every few months. I'll bleach them just to get them extra sanitary, get out stains, that kind of thing. So I love that about these diapers. They are very high quality, this cloth-eez brand. I have been using these for 2 years since my son was born, and they are still in awesome shape. They, I have 2 years of daily use, and they are still, there's just a little bit of, fraying on the ends of the stitching here, but I can usually just tie those ends off and they're fine. So these things are in awesome shape. But the white cotton diaper part itself, like I can't even see any wear on them. They are in such good shape. So that is an awesome thing, is that you can use these over and over for as many children as you have, and these puppies are gonna last you. So they are very high quality. I got the 3 main sizes. I chose not to get the newborn size Prefolds because they are in that size for such a short amount of time that I didn't feel like it was cost effective for us to get those. So, as you saw in my previous videos, we just did disposables for the first few weeks until she was out of the newborn size, and then moved into the size small. And with the cloth-eez brand, the sizes are noted by their color, the color of their edge. So the size small is the yellow edge, and so that's what we are using on Sophie right now, and they are a perfect fit for her right now. We have 2 dozen of the yellow edge, and then we also have 2 dozen of the red edge, which is a size medium. And this size actually I used the longest on Alex because he was a big baby and he grew out of this size even really quickly, and so he was in this size for a lot longer. And I got 1 dozen of the size large. So, and this is what we are using on Alex now, and he is 2 years old and he is about 32 pounds. I have gotten a couple of other brands of Prefolds just as gifts that people gave me, just like 1 or 2 here and there. And like the general kind that you get at like Babies R Us or, you know, other kinds, they're a lot longer and they're narrower. And I don't like those as much. They don't fit into covers as easily. Like you have to fold, you know, if you're tri-folding one, for example, with the longer kind, you have to like fold an edge down for them to fit inside. But these are shorter and wider, and so they fit perfectly into most of the covers I have tried, and that's one reason I like them as well, because they are so wide. And they just seem really absorbent to me. The number of layers that they have sewn together, they're really absorbent. So I'm a huge fan of these Prefolds. Next, let me show you our main covers. So these are the Swaddle-Bees Capri covers. Like I said, I did a ton of research before my son was born, and there were a number of features that I was looking for that I had a heck of a time finding all in one cover. After I researched and researched and researched, I finally found all the features I wanted in this cover. These covers are amazing. I love them. So the features that I really like on these covers is, other than the fact that they're really cute prints, they are one size. Now you can get one size covers with many brands, so that's not necessarily unique to these, but one size means that you can use the same cover from infancy through toddlerhood, because what they call the rise is it snaps down. So you snap it down to the smallest size, and these will fit on my 3-month-old. And then you snap it to, there are 3 levels, so then you snap it to the next level, and it will fit on an older baby, like a, you know, 6 months to a year. And then all the way open, it fits on my 2-year-old toddler now. So I can use these covers for my 3-month-old and my 2-year-old. It's awesome. So that's one feature that I really liked about these. The other feature that I liked is that they have 2 snaps at the top to adjust the waist size. I like that it's 2 snaps because you can adjust like the waist part and the leg part at different settings. So, you know, if you have a kid with chunky legs like my son, you can have it tighter around the waist, but then looser around the legs, for example. So I really liked that feature. Another thing I really liked is this PUL material, which is the waterproof material on the inside. It's really light, and it doesn't feel bulky to me. I have a couple of other covers that I was gifted. The waterproof material just feels thick and cumbersome to me, but this is like light and airy, and it feels like it makes it so it's not so bulky on the baby. I really like that. Another feature that these have that I had to have on any cloth diaper cover I had was the double gusset. The gussets are the little elastic parts that go around baby's legs, and a lot of cloth diaper covers only have just one little elastic and that's it. But these have 2, and there are a couple of other brands that do this as well. But having that double gusset is essential for holding in blowouts. And it is effective, people. These covers right here, they have been through the ringer and they work. I don't think I have ever once had a blowout escape from these cloth diapers. They are amazing. They are so good. That is one reason I also love these, the double gussets and, you know, the elastic in the back as well. And the final feature that really sold me on these Swaddle-Bees Capri covers was that they have these little pockets in the front and in the back. And what those are for is if you are tri-folding a Prefold, then you can tuck it in and those little pockets just hold it right in place, and that is an awesome feature as well. I've tried tri-folding these and putting on a cover that doesn't have these, and it's a lot harder. It's like the thing doesn't stay in place as well, and often, you know, it will like escape out the top, and like the wet cloth diaper underneath will like escape and get the baby's clothes wet on their belly. But when it's tucked in to these little pockets, it keeps it all contained, it holds them in place. I absolutely love this feature. Especially when you're just doing a tri-fold like this, I love these covers the best. So that is why I chose the Swaddle Capri covers. I think in the last year, the Blueberry company bought them out, so they're now Blueberry Capri covers. So if you're looking for them, I'd try searching Blueberry Capri. I absolutely love, 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 love these cloth covers. The only thing that has worn out in the 2 years that I've used them is the elastic in the legs a little bit. The elastic, after using them, you know, washing them weekly for 2 years, it's not quite as tight as it used to be. So they are, for the first time now, they're starting to leave, you know, a little bit of a gap when I put them on my son, which can lead to leaks. And that's not the cover's fault, it's just that, you know, elastic wears out. I've read about it, and there is no cloth diaper that exists where the elastic doesn't wear out. So I have had a friend who replaced all the elastics in her cloth diapers, and they're like new again. So that's something I need to do sooner rather than later here, is just, you know, replace the little elastics, and these things will just keep on going. Even if we have a third baby, I'll be able to use them for that. The last thing I wanted to talk about was that I definitely chose snaps over Velcro, or they call it, different companies call it different things because the word Velcro is copyrighted, but whatever, it's Velcro. I don't like Velcro for the main reason being it wears out really fast, even just after like 1 year of use. It gets to a point where it doesn't stick very well, it's fraying, it's falling apart, and then you can't use the cloth diaper anymore. So even though the rest of the diaper is in great shape, you can't use it because the Velcro is all worn out. So definitely recommend getting snaps, because snaps never wear out. So that's another thing I really like about these, is they are the snaps kind. So let me lay these all out, and I will show you all of the designs in the Swaddle Capri covers that we have. So here are the designs that I have for my Swaddle Capri covers. I have these little orange giraffes, and the light green, and red, and owls. I think the owls are my absolute favorite, and you can tell because I got 2 of them. They're just so cute. And I got little monkeys, and a dark green, and a blue. So I ended up choosing these because they are all pretty gender neutral, and when I bought them, I intentionally got gender neutral runs so that I would be able to use them for a second baby, and that is exactly what we've done. So I really love these designs. I think they're really cute. So when I had Sophie, I wanted to order just a few more covers, just because I felt like I was just a few covers short all the time, and I wanted to get some that were kind of girly designs as well. There are a couple that are girly and some that are kind of neutral as well. So I went and found that, like I mentioned, the Blueberry company had taken over Swaddle, so I registered for them for my registry on Amazon, and I made a mistake. I accidentally got the Coveralls instead of the Capris, and the difference is, let me show you the difference. The Coveralls don't have the little pockets like I was just talking about. They are just a shell, just a cover. But everything else about them is exactly the same as these, except for that feature. So at first when I got these, I was a little upset that I accidentally ordered the wrong ones, because it's hard to return things with Amazon, you know. So I actually decided that I really liked them and I wasn't going to return them, because while the Capri covers are best for doing a tri-fold and tucking it into the pockets like that, and it's totally best for doing the tri-fold thing, I found that when you're actually fastening the diaper to the baby, like I do especially with Sophie, because she's so small and the breast milk poo is kind of explosive, as most of you mothers know, I found that actually fastening it to the baby contains it a lot better and prevents it from getting on the cover so much. I'll attach my Prefolds video below. I made one just showing the different kind of prefolds that we do. The main one that I do is that I roll in the edges like this, and you know, wrap it up around the baby's legs, and then pull the edges around like that. Then I use my Snappi here to attach it to the baby like that. So when I'm actually fastening the diaper straight onto the baby, I actually like these better without the little pocket, because all you're doing is using it as a shell. You're not trying to tuck anything into it, and it works great for that. So I have this one snapped down to the smallest size, since that fits our daughter now, and it just fits perfectly right over the prefold that's already on the baby. So for that reason, I actually really like these. I like them a lot more than I thought I was going to, especially when I am using the prefolds in that way. Now as they get a little older, I actually did elimination communication with Alex, which I'm going to do it with Sophie too. So when I do, I will do a video about that. But I found that, you know, when putting them on the potty as a baby, it's easier to take the diaper on and off. You know, if it's attached with a Snappi, it's a lot more cumbersome when you're trying to get them to the potty quick. But, you know, when it's just like this, then you just take it off and go. So once we start doing that, then I will start using these covers more. But for now, these covers work great for this function. Since my son, we did elimination communication with him, but when I was pregnant and on bed rest, that all went out the window. So he's still in diapers and unpotty trained right now. These are his diapers. I've started attaching them to him with the Snappi again, because I was getting kind of tired of spraying off the covers. Usually with him, I don't do the roll, I just pull it up like that. And I found that that contains it a lot better, so it doesn't get on the cover, which is less spraying for me to do. So I actually have started using these just recently with him again. So same thing, except for with him, they are all the way unsnapped so that they're biggest size, and I just pull them over. So yeah, so they work for small infants up through toddlers, just like the Capri covers. So the other thing I was going to mention about both of these covers is that I really love how wide they are. What I have found with a number of the other cloth covers that I have is they're a little too narrow, and it's kind of hard to like comfortably get it over the prefold so that it's, you know, really containing the whole thing. But these are really nice and wide, really roomy. And because they are so roomy, they're awesome for night diapers as well. I'll show you in a second, but we add doublers at night just for extra absorbency, which makes them really bulky. But these are so wide and roomy that they have space for that, and it still contains it really well. So those are the main covers that we use, and I'll spread out my coveralls here as well so you can see the designs that I got in those. All right, and here are the blueberry coveralls that I have, and I absolutely love this one. I think it's so cute with the little blue and gray swirlies. It's like girly, but it's not pink. Those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know that I'm not like a huge fan of pink, or I like pink in moderation, let's put it that way. But I still like girly. So there's kind of a turquoise color, and I also liked these. They're also girly, but not pink. They have little birds and plants on them. And I liked this one too. It was like, I can't remember what it was called. It was like geometric shapes or something like that. Kind of greens and blues and browns, and some polka dot designs. And I did get one pink diaper, I'll admit it. Like I said, I like pink in moderation, but I absolutely loved these. I wanted to have at least one really girly cloth diaper cover, so I did. I indulged and got this one. It's just pink flowers, and I think it's adorable. So both these and the Capris cost about $18–19 a piece. So that is a little bit more expensive for a diaper cover. You can get dirt cheap ones like a Conobum and stuff that are, you know, just like a couple dollars per cover. But I found they're just not as high quality. These are super high quality, and they have lasted us for 2 years, like I said. So definitely worth the price, and if you're registering for them, then other people are buying them for you, so that works out really well. definitely worth the price for the quality you get with these guys. So the last one I just wanted to talk about real quick was these covers that I got as a gift. I had a friend that chose not to cloth diaper ultimately, and so she just gave me these covers, and they are called Best Bottom, and they've been okay. They're definitely not as, in my opinion, they're not nearly as good as the Swaddle-Bees and the Blueberry covers that I have, but they work. Like the Coveralls, they don't have any pocket on them, and these are actually designed to go with inserts, which I'll show you here. They come with 3 sizes of inserts. There's this big blue one, the medium size white one, and the small green one. So at its full size here, I'll just show you, they have these little snaps, and so you snap it into the cover. And like I said, I inherited this little set here, and so I've used them in a pinch, like when I'm out of all of my others, but I'm honestly just not as big of a fan of microfiber inserts as I am of using Prefolds. One main reason is over time, these get an ammonia smell that won't come out, and that's kind of problematic to me. I've had a couple friends who have used the microfiber inserts for a couple years, and eventually, even no matter what they do, they can't get the smell to come out, and that's a problem to me. That's why I like the 100% cotton Prefolds. You can bleach them, you do anything to them, and I've never ever had a smell problems. So I have these. These are just kind of what I use as a backup. They do have the adjustable rise feature so that you can, adjust them to the size of your baby. So that is one nice thing about these. The other thing I don't like is that the waterproof material feels thick and cumbersome to me. Like I mentioned with my favorite covers, it feels light and airy and not very bulky. But with these, it just kind of feels thick to me. And when I put them on the baby, they just kind of seem cumbersome. So, these are okay. They're kind of my backups, and I use them as backups. So it's just little giraffes and little foxes is the print on those. So the last thing I wanted to show you was my Hemp Doublers. When I was doing all my research and trying to figure out how do I do cloth diapers overnight, this was the solution I came to. I read all about the different things that people do. Some people like using fitteds, or just, if you're using pocket diapers, they just stuff extra ones in. But I found these Hemp Doublers. I got them off the Green Mountain Diapers website. And the reason I chose them was, one, because I read hemp is extremely absorbent. And it's also a natural fiber, so I can also use any detergent with them, just like using cotton. And the other reason I liked them was because they have this stay dry cover, which is like a fleece cover on top. And the reason I chose to get that was because I was thinking, if this is going to be on baby's butt for 12 hours, I want that like wicking away property like a disposable has. And if you get this fleece cover over the top, it has that property. It wicks it away and pulls it down into the hemp underneath, so it's not so wet right next to baby's skin all night long. So that's why I chose these. I got the the small ones and the big honkin' overnight ones. Let me show you what I do for overnight for Alex. I put in just one of his main Prefolds, I tri-fold it, and I tuck it into one of my Capri covers. And then I just put both of these inserts, just lay them right on top and tuck them into the ends. And that is Alex's night diaper. And it works beautifully. For a long time, I was just using the one, but lately, since he's now a toddler and he loves to drink water at night, he gets really thirsty at night, and we give him a sippy of water to keep in bed with him, he was starting to actually leak out of those a little bit. So I just added the extra one in. Problem solved. So that's how we do Alex's night diaper. With Sophie's night diaper, I just snap it down to the smallest setting, like that. And then I tri-fold her small size Prefold and tuck that in. And then I just put one of the small size doublers in. And that's Sophie's night diaper. And these are amazing. Like, just adding these in has done the trick. Except for, like I said, with my son where I had to add just one more layer, they work beautifully. I know so many people have trouble with, you know, trying to have enough absorbency at night, and this has really been a good solution for us. It's worked really well. We haven't had any problems. The one thing I will say about the night diaper is that, you know, with all of these layers of bulk, it is comically bulky on my toddler. Like, you put this thing on him and it is thick. So that's definitely a downside, but honestly, he's asleep. He doesn't care that it's that bulky, and you know, it's just kind of funny seeing him run around before bedtime with this thing on because it makes him kind of walk bow-legged and funny. It's really hilarious. But you know, I'd say that's the only downside. Our night diapers are not super trim, but it doesn't really matter because they're asleep. They're not trying to fit into regular daytime pants. It works really well for us. So that is it. I'm sorry that was kind of a long video, guys, but I have been wanting to show you our main cloth diapering stash for a long time and why we chose the things that we chose and why it works so well for us. So anyway, I hope that's helpful for you guys, and if you have any questions about anything cloth diapering related or our system, how we do things, I am totally happy to answer those in the comments down below. If this is your first time watching Eat, Pray, Crunch, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.